Hey girls and boys, I'm back for day 2 of our reading activities for this week, and we are going to visit another website that is available to you to access lots of different books, because we hope, even though school is soon coming to an end, that you will continue reading this summer. And this is another one of those wonderful sites you can access and find lots of different books. So we're going to go ahead and share our screen. Okay, we're going to go to our Mountain View page. Okay, share. Okay, so here we are. We're at our Mountain View page. We are not going to our Canvas page and our teacher links. We're just staying on the home school page. And once you get there, you're going to scroll down to the Symbaloo that Miss Dixon created. I really hope that some of you are taking time to visit these sites and do some learning activities throughout the week. And today we're going to be visiting the Capstone Library. I know some of you have used it, but if you haven't, this is going to give you a chance and an opportunity to see all the wonderful books here as well. Now, to be able to use Capstone, you do have to log in. So I'm going to minimize myself for just a second so I can click on the login button. But now I should, there we go. Now I'm back. Once you click login, this is the screen that you will see. And you just have to go down to username. Our username is continue. C-O-N-T-I-N-U-E. Continue. That is your username. Your password is reading. R-E-A-D-I-N-G. Because Miss Dixon and I really hope that you will continue reading throughout this summer as well, not just as we finish up the school year. So you click go, and then we see the wonderful Capstone Library pop up. We are once again looking for one last version of Cinderella. So in your search box up in the right-hand corner, if you'll type in, excuse me, fairy tales, and then click that green search button. Okay, here we go. So it pulls up a lot of interesting fairy tales. So if you may not have enjoyed the Cinderella stories that we're doing this week as much as I hope that you would, notice there's lots of fractured fairy tales on here as well. Look at this title, Goldilocks and the Three Vampires. Or over here we have Beauty and the Dreaded Sea Beast. Just some that you may be more excited about. Hansel and Gretel, different versions of Hansel and Gretel. But once again, we are focusing on Cinderella for today. So we're going to click on Cinderella Stories Around the World. If you remember, we discussed how there's hundreds of different versions of Cinderella. This particular book contains 4 versions from 4 different countries. We're only focusing on one. So I'm going to show you right now which version that you will focus on. So you want to click play book, let it load, and we want to read the book page by page. We're actually going to scroll through. I need to show you which one to go to.
Little on the chiefs.
Notice that there's actually another version of Yixin. So if you really enjoyed the one that we did yesterday, you may want to look at this one, because even though it's from China, it's written a little bit differently than the one we did together yesterday. All right, so the one we're going to focus on, though, is this one from Egypt.
An Egyptian fairy tale illustrated by
Okay, so notice the way to pronounce her name is Rhodopis, and she is the Egyptian Cinderella. This is the only one that you're required to read and then take an AR test on. So I'm going to go back now. Okay, so something to make it easier for you to access the AR test, which I had a little bit of difficulty finding, is if once you log on to AR, if you will just type in her name, okay, remember I have it written here on the note card to help you. You may want to jot this down and then go to AR. So it's RHODOPIS. If you will type in her name, okay, when you do that, it will actually pull up an Egyptian fairy tale as the title of the book. But don't let that trick you, because it is the actual story that you just read, and it is the AR test that you will take. I even took the test myself to make sure it was accurate. So if you listen to it and read it carefully, then you should do fine. So you will take the test titled An Egyptian Fairy Tale. That is the AR test that you will need to take. Once you've taken that test, just make sure that you let your homeroom teacher know so she can look up your score. And also let me know, send me a message, an email, if you enjoy any other fairy tales from Capstone this week. I would love to hear from you. So we will see you next week. Bye, guys.